Hi, I'm Erin Kotecki-Vest. Welcome to BackTalk, BlogHer's weekly update on what's hot in the momosphere. Moms and dads have been turning to social media by the millions to talk about everything from stories about their kids to even just learning about current events. It turns out it's a lot easier to write a blog post than it is to call 5 of your friends and let them know what's happening in your life. But we know that you can't read those thousands of blog posts. That's why there's BlogHer. First up, you can't escape it. Election talk. Jane Q, mommy blogger, has gone to Washington and she's taken those usual diaper and poop posts and she's turned them into politics and punditry. Now, it's caused some problems in the momosphere, and our moms in the know, Lindsay from Suburban Turmoil and Chris from Notes from the Trenches, have joined us to tell us all about it. Lindsay, Chris, what on earth is going on?
Well, Erin, I've seen it over and over again. Mom bloggers who swore that they would never write about politics are doing just that. It's been that kind of election. A prime example would be Allison over at Mrs. Fussy Pants Guide to Life. She never writes about politics. She writes about, clothing and what she's seen on TV. And then one day she decided to reveal that she was a conservative Republican. And after she wrote this post about it, she wrote, "If you need me, I'll be cowering behind my couch in fear of all the nastiness I have to delete." I think a lot of moms have felt that way after they've written about politics. Another blogger who's done the same thing has been Chris. And Chris, I have to say, I was surprised to see a post about politics from you back in September.
Yeah, well, I was just feeling like I was the only one in sort of this vast wasteland with Obama supporters on one side and McCain supporters on the other side, and being stuck in the middle and not really sure which way I was leaning. I felt alone, and so I decided to just write this post, and I was so surprised by, hundreds of comments I got from people who were saying, "Oh, I feel the same way."
But we've seen it a lot in our momosphere when it came to breast or bottle, or cloth or disposable. We did have a lot of those arguments within each other. Maybe this is just another chapter within our mom blog community.
I definitely have gotten some people, when I wrote my very few posts about politics, there were several people who said, please stick with what you know. Stick with the diaper changing and the funny stories about your family. And that was a little bit offensive to me because, it's my blog. I'll write what I want to. But I think for some people, mom blogs are a place to get away from all of the election talk, and they were disappointed to see that I'd gone there.
Our moms in the know, Lindsay from Suburban Turmoil and Chris from Notes from the Trenches. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Ditto.
So if it's not the election on your minds, odds are it's your wallet. Over at the Mummy Chronicles, Victoria can't sleep. She's worried about all those things we all worry about: bills, jobs, decisions. What if I shopped at the dollar store, she writes, and threw away my beliefs for a while and sucked up the toxic $1 chemically laden products they sell there? And it was over at Suburban Scrawl that I learned about the great minivan trade-up. You see, Suburban Scrawls donated some items to Dad of Divas to trade up in his quest to get his family a minivan. Talk about being creative in this economy. So from skipping the salon and cutting hair at home to clipping coupons, the blogosphere is a hotbed of information as we all tighten our belts. Every week in the blogosphere, there's that one story that has everyone picking their jaws up off the floor. This week, that honor belongs to Kelly Wickham, otherwise known as Mocha Mama. As many of you already know, Kelly was a teenage mom, and we've heard so many stories about her and her daughter Mallory through her blog posts. But what we didn't know, and what she revealed to us this week, was that years ago, she also gave up a baby for adoption.
I decided to write about being a birth mother for myself, and I didn't have any intention of doing it for anybody else but me. I probably wouldn't ever have written about it if my daughter had not decided to find me, but I did, and she did. So if it helps other women, then I think that's great. If it helps birth children, then I can be a little appreciative, but to be perfectly honest, this one was for me.
As you've seen, much of the momosphere is always heartfelt and real, but don't forget, it has a sense of humor too.